This morning, the legal team representing the so-called doomsday mom, Lori Vallow, are raising concerns about her mental competency. Lori and her husband are charged with killing her 2 children. Now her attorneys say she's unfit to stand trial. Marcus Moore has that story.
Ms. Daybell is present here.
We saw Lori Vallow this week for the first time in months, appearing before a judge via Zoom on first-degree murder charges in the deaths of her 2 kids, JJ and Tylee. And this morning, her attorney arguing the woman seen in that feed is unfit to stand trial. The documents filed by her attorney stating, quote, the completed assessment determined that at this time, the defendant is not competent to proceed and recommends restorative treatment. Prosecutors objecting to that evaluation. The judge halting proceedings for now, but has yet to make a final determination on whether proceedings will continue. So the agony persists for JJ and Tylee's grandparents, who've been desperate for answers since reporting them missing nearly 2 years ago, telling East Idaho News how they felt following the grand jury indictments.
It's like the world just stopped. It's like,
yeah. And it was a hard day for us, very hard day.
Now, new legal trouble may be brewing for Vallow. Prosecutors in Maricopa County, Arizona, now deciding whether Lori should face first-degree murder charges related to the death of her former husband, Charles Vallow, before her children were reported missing. He was killed by Lori's now deceased brother, Alex Cox, in what was originally ruled self-defense. And in a separate case, prosecutors have since named Alex Cox a co-conspirator in the death of Tammy Daybell, the former wife of Lori's husband, Chad, who died a few months after Charles Vallow. In the indictment, authorities accused the couple of justifying the alleged murders because of their spiritual beliefs.
Ever since she's been involved in this doomsday cult, that is not the same Lori that we knew for 13 years.
And Marcus joins me live now for more on this. Marcus, this is one of those stories that it's just twist after twist after twist. So Vallow's attorney now filed these documents saying that she's not mentally competent to proceed and is recommending restorative treatment instead. Prosecutors are objecting to that. So what happens next?
Well, Diane, we know that according to that order that Vallow will undergo some type of restorative treatment. Exactly what that is, we don't know. And so the proceedings are on hold as they relate to Vallow. And at some point, there will be a hearing. We don't know what date or what time it will happen, but the judge will be a part of the discussion to determine whether Vallow will indeed stand trial. So, but the timeline at this point, Diane, is still up in the air.
And as we heard in your piece, Lori could also potentially face first-degree murder charges related to the death of her former husband, Charles Vallow, who was killed by her brother before the children were reported missing. What's the latest on that part of this case?
So that's happening in Maricopa County, Arizona, and at this point they are considering the charges. She has not been officially charged in connection with that murder. This is another case or another part of this story, Diane, where the timing, there's still a big question mark in terms of what will happen with that. But we do know that there has been a recommendation for charges, but that has not been made official at this point.
And Chad Daybell, Lori's husband, is also facing charges not only for the death of Lori's 2 children, but also for the death of his previous wife. So how will these new developments with Lori affect his trial?
So it's all at this point, it seems like it is connected in some way, and these investigations are certainly linked. But in terms of how it's going to impact the charges he's facing in that case, that remains to be seen. But we know that they are facing charges, that Tammy Daybell, her original death was considered natural causes, and now he is facing, her husband, her former husband, is now facing charges in connection with her death. So, so many layers, Diane, to this story, a lot of moving parts, and will, of course, be very interesting to see how it all plays out. But the big question this morning is whether Lori Vallow, when and if she will stand trial in the coming weeks and months.
We'll be keeping an eye on that. Marcus Moore, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.